It's a got very big egos involved, I tell you. Big egos involved, but I think something's going to happen.
No one will be pulling our troops out of our own territory. It is my constitutional duty. It is the duty of our military to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. The U.S. president expressed his position regarding the cessation of hostilities, a ceasefire, and I, for my part, also noted that Russia also supports a peaceful settlement of the Ukrainian crisis.
A pivotal phone call between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin has stirred starkly different responses from Ukraine and Russia. The over 2-hour conversation, aimed at forging a ceasefire in the Russia-Ukraine war after stalled talks in Istanbul, has left Kyiv frustrated and Moscow cautiously optimistic. This is the tale of two calls, and what it means for peace. In Ukraine, the reaction is one of deep frustration. Mikhailo Podolyak, advisor to President Volodymyr Zelensky, expressed dismay that the Trump-Putin call failed to break the deadlock in a war that has ravaged Ukraine since Russia's 2022 invasion. Kyiv remains firm, demanding an immediate and unconditional ceasefire to protect its sovereignty.
Unfortunately, after the Trump-Putin phone call, the status quo remains unchanged. Ukraine continues to offer the only realistic path out of the war: an immediate and unconditional ceasefire, comprehensive, lasting, and mandatory. Russia still wants war, destruction, and killings.
Podolyak underscored Europe's full support for Ukraine, warning of the war's broader risks. He accused Russia of rejecting peace and deflecting blame by focusing on so-called root causes, insisting Moscow's aggression is the sole driver. He also questioned the US view that Russia is open to negotiation for business interests, reflecting Kyiv's skepticism about Moscow's intentions. In Moscow, the tone is markedly different. Yuri Ushakov, assistant to President Putin, described the call as frank and constructive, lasting over 2 hours. The conversation, the third since Trump's return to the White House, began with Putin congratulating Trump on his new grandson, setting a warm, personal tone before diving into diplomacy.
Our president thanked Trump for his personal attention to Ukrainian settlement. Trump made an emotional statement, stressing that he advocates mutually beneficial cooperation with Russia, given its role in the world and in the global economy.
Ushakov highlighted talks on normalizing US-Russia ties, including a 9-for-9 prisoner exchange in progress and potential trade opportunities Trump called impressive. The leaders discussed a possible summit, though it requires extensive preparation. Putin also praised Trump's recent Middle East tour and offered support for US-led talks on Iran's nuclear program, positioning Russia as a cooperative global player. The call ended with Trump inviting Putin to pick up the phone at any time, a gesture Ushakov said reflected its friendly atmosphere. Yet, the stark contrast with Ukraine's response reveals a deep divide. Kyiv demands a ceasefire that ensures its security, while Moscow's vague commitments suggest it seeks strategic concessions, possibly territorial or political. As the Russia-Ukraine war persists, these opposing reactions highlight the steep challenge for President Trump's mediation efforts. Ukraine's call for justice clashes with Russia's diplomatic overtures, leaving peace elusive.